Bienvenido guys, welcome to another video by your boy. Today we're going to be reacting to another death battle. This one was on my list of death battles to watch. We're going to be watching Dr. Eggman versus Bowser. Right now my initial pick is going to be Bowser, but I could be wrong. That's what we're here to watch. So before we jump right in, remember to hit the like button down below. It will mean a lot to me if you do so. It helps promote the channel and get my videos out there, as well as subscribe. We're currently at 107 subscribers. To those that did subscribe, thank you so much. It means a lot. As well as we're trying to get to 250. That's the next goal. So let's head to that. And yeah, let's jump right in. Alright, let's jump right in, guys. Let's go.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap and Prize Picks.
Wow, okay. See, I knew this was going to be a battle army versus army.
Bowser versus Dr. Eggman.
The king of the Koopas and the baddest of badniks. And they're not alone.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
In
a
a
death battle.
Yeah. Alright, see what they say.
Mushroom Kingdom. A peaceful land of kindness, adventure, love.
Ah, boring. Move aside, princess. It's time this place got way more awesome. Here comes King Koopa himself, better known as Bowser.
The moment this orphan star child was found by Kamek, it was clear Bowser would command the disparate outcasts of the Mushroom world, the Koopa clan.
Sadly, not everyone's born a toad, and they treat these critters like monsters, fated to a life of infinite jump farming for one-ups.
Oh no.
Bowser
I didn't
wanted a different world. But Princess Peach Toadstool would never allow the evil king's day in the sun. Her light was so bright, Bowser became infatuated with her.
So he turned
that's
all
kinda
the
creepy.
toads into bricks and kidnapped her, putting their princess in another castle, and another, like 40 years of castles, only to be released if she agrees to marry him and his dad bod.
Yet he was foiled time and time again by those pesky Mario brothers. However, Bowser is nothing if not persistent.
Look,
Maybe a little too persistent, to be honest.
Like a brick house strapped to a saw trap. That spiked shell takes a lot of punishment. Not even the weight of a castle can scratch it.
Also, doesn't he have like tons of kids? Like,
And the Koopa King doesn't just breathe fire and control lava, he commands nature itself.
Spitting meteors from outer space, beckoning the earth with a snap, inhaling torrents of wind, straight up calling down lightning. What else has he got?
Oh, just a little dabbling in dark magic.
Hell yeah, Wizard Turtle.
The original NES manual even describes him as a sorcerer king. Magic is how he turned the toads into bricks, only countered by the princess's heart magic.
But that's not all the magic he's mastered. Telekinesis, creating perfect clones, reanimating his undead skeleton.
yep, that's wild. He's died many times. He should technically be dead.
Hey, no! I stole those coins fair and square!
Bowser spent decades hoarding treasures, coins, magic star rods, warships, clown cars, you name it. This is the same guy that created multiple flying castles fashioned after his own face.
Yeah, he's definitely got an ego on him. He's talked about having a 4-digit IQ, but I've seen this moron put death traps in his own backyard.
Yeah,
Man
that's kind of
after
stupid.
my own heart.
Despite his clumsiness, Bowser's charisma and leadership brought many to his side. Not enough to defeat Mario, but his army doesn't make it easy on the Red Plumber.
They're the most wicked band of misfits this side of World 8-4. The Koopa Troop.
An army spanning multiple territories across the Mushroom world and beyond.
Goombas, Koopas, the Troopas, and the others make up the
The others.
Some
They
with
don't
wings,
matter.
Some in
Um,
shoes, and some even in race cars. They're the red shirts, first in and first out.
Piranha plants, bloopers, and lakitus use their surroundings to get the jump on unsuspecting prey, by
Yep.
land, sea, or sky.
We'd be here forever jotting down the small fries. Booze, Shy Guys.
Were they
Cindy's
kissing his
Bombs,
feet? What the
and more.
fuck?
It was imperative for Bowser to nurture a unit that covers their own
right.
vulnerabilities. For example, Kamek and King Boo both have magic, but Boo has battlefield control with illusion.
Wait, I didn't know Boo was a part of Bowser's army. Okay, I thought he was his own thing.
And destabilizing dimensions.
You learn something new every day.
Focuses on buffing allies, canceling enemy powers, summoning anything he desires.
Or
Yep.
swapping my items to screw up my Mario Party lead. Not again.
Speaking of items, most of the minions can use pretty much any power-up Mario can. The Goombas make frequent use of Tanuki tails, and Bowser can really get into the cat roleplay. But
Eesh.
as the Koopa Troop grew and grew, it started to feel less like an army and more like a family unit.
Oh, you mean like his kids, the Koopalings?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's the difference?
Why is he, why, like, that's what I'm saying. Why is he so obsessed with Princess Peach? Brother, you have like a whole smattering of children. You clearly had a wife. I don't know who it is that had the kids with you, but
Point.
you know.
Bowser took them in and even trained them in dark
Oh, so they're
magic.
adopted.
So no one's as spoiled as his natural Nepo baby, Bowser Jr., captain of the Koopa Troop.
Spoiled is an understatement. Remember his escapades as Shadow Mario? He terrorized Delfino Plaza with literal evil paint. That whole debacle was basically his attempt at elementary school art class.
And I bet Bowser still has some on the fridge. But really, the king is very protective of his kids. If the fam's in trouble, he can will himself to transform into a giant kaiju, all to crush whatever bullies target smack.
Maybe a little overkill. Just
Yeah.
one punch from Giant Bowser launched a castle out of orbit. Taking into account the flight path
Okay,
and the scale of the
Bowser
universe,
clearly has
Bowser's
some
punch
firepower.
must have hit with a force of over 125 trillion tons of TNT. Considering how Yoshi punted poor Raphael the Raven so hard he exploded into a constellation of stars, this isn't even close to Bowser's full strength.
So don't bully his kid, especially if he falls into some of Bowser Jr.'s set of black paint. That stuff's scary.
Enough to unleash Bowser's Dark Fury, a form whose very steps cause widespread natural disasters.
Okay, seriously, how does Mario ever beat this guy? He's like Godzilla, Doctor Strange, and John Cena all
I mean-
in one big turtle.
We're not even to the best part. Bowser's
Mario's
dark
broken
magic
himself.
became so potent he eventually learned how to warp the very fabric of reality.
Anything the king imagines, he makes happen. He turned all of Yoshi's Island into a storybook. And remember those painted worlds in Mario 64? Yeah, he made those. And the staircase that goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh God, does anyone know how to BLJ?
He also stole ultra-powerful items like the Wonder Flower, which can mold reality like Play-Doh, and the Dream Stone, which can be used to wish someone out of existence.
But his most iconic thefts are those big shiny power stars.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Infant power
Those are
stars,
broken.
aka Lumas, can become whole galaxies. They also ferried Mario across the universe in 3 seconds. That's 489 quadrillion times light speed.
Obviously, the Big Daddy Grand Stars are even crazier. Bowser used one to power his space kingdom, but then guess who showed up to ruin everything?
Mario.
It's a him!
And when the Grand Star
The
was free,
greatest
it caused a
goddamn
chain
Italian
reaction to
plumber there
destroy
is.
The entire universe via a massive black hole.
Okay.
Space god that Rosalina showed up to save the day.
Not that Bowser needed
Rosalina's a
saving.
cool
He's
character. I
been
like
swallowed by
her.
another black hole and thrown into a star that went supernova.
Imagine if this crazy OP
That's basically
fire
murder.
turtle had to fight himself. Oh wait, he did, and he beat the hell out of him.
With all this power, it's a wonder he still hasn't conquered the Mushroom Kingdom. Perhaps it's because his visions of grandeur were never really what he sought. Surrounding him is a crew of outcasts and
I mean, he already had
him,
family.
Ride or dies that can't be swayed against him.
Oh, are you saying he's secretly happy because he's got a big monster family now?
Yes, but also when they actually worked together, they legitimately conquered most of the known universe. So,
He's a baddie through and through who will teleport through space and time
That's
to
kinda
show
cool.
you what's what. Because he's no ordinary Koopa. Make way for the king.
this battle is sponsored by Prize Picks.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action.
In a world of endless possibility, where people are free as the wind. Isn't it disgusting? Now imagine
Free
a
as
better
the
world,
wind.
one with proper guidance and the technology to bring about global peace.
But
Sonic
man,
is sick.
Only a brilliant mind can make that happen.
Not just any brilliant mind, he's a genius at heart who knows the dangers within. He's Ivo Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman.
As a mad scientist myself, his story is my inspiration, just as
Oh, God.
Eggman's was his grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, who sought
Who tried to
create
blow up the Earth, by the
peace
way.
through technology. But then his beloved granddaughter, Maria, was killed by the Guardian Unit of Nations, better known as...
Gun. They're freaking called G-U-N.
God.
Anyway, Lil Eggy grew up a lonely narcissist because all his family talked about was Maria this, Maria that. Boo-hoo!
Neglect and envy tainted Ivo's goals of following Gerald's footsteps. He distanced himself from his grandfather's legacy. Instead of bettering the world, he would conquer it to get the attention he deserved.
Yeah,
You mean crave?
I would do it.
Desperately crave.
Tomato, tomato.
You just said it the same way twice.
He aimed to establish Eggman Land, a capital of science. And this paradise would have worked just fine if not for that blasted Sonic the Hedgehog.
For years,
Is it really a paradise? Industrialization everywhere, toxic chemicals.
Just like any good experiment, the doctor did more testing, seeking better results.
He's created plenty of knickknacks to terrorize the world with. A laser gun, a cloning ray, mind control cannons, a flying
Mind control?
Typical evil scientist stuff.
Then there's the big ones. He invented a spatial displacement trap, which, while online, scatters a target's atoms across space.
That's scary.
And then there's the metal virus, which transmutes organic tissue into living metal zombies. It's so deadly, it created a plague that nearly wiped out all life on Earth.
Shame Eggman never made himself immune to it. That's a whoopsie.
And when he's not
Well, he's not that smart.
He's riding in style
You know,
with the
he's smart, but not that
Eggmobile.
smart.
It's lightweight for maneuverability, but tough enough to withstand moon-sized explosions and even the center of a black hole.
I mean, it's kind of lame looking, but he
It
can
is.
plug it into big bad mechs like the Egg Walker.
To be fair, most of the machines that he makes look like himself look kind of goofy, like this one. The ones that just have inspiration of him, but look different. But he obviously makes them look different, look much cooler.
That egg robot, whose giant laser once obliterated 77,000 cubic meters of rock in an instant. That's like having an atomic bomb in your pocket all the time. Oh, okay, maybe this guy's pretty cool.
Eggman built machines for a long list of combat situations.
See, those
Some
machines look
knights,
cool.
Others use extraterrestrial sources like the Wisps. And then there's the orbital bases.
Basically,
like
the Death Star.
Death Egg.
The reference is obvious, but
Yep.
Darth Vader's version is like a toy compared to the Death Egg, which can annihilate stars. Woof! A whole constellation gone in one shot.
That's not to say Eggman doesn't enjoy scrapping with blue hedgehogs himself. Enter the Egg Dragoon.
Hell yeah!
Oh, the Egg Dragoon
The rawest of the
is a
battle.
terrifying
It's got
boss
electric
fight, man.
drills. It's got ice missiles. It's got a whole lot of bullets. My God, Wiz. I need it.
And don't forget, Eggman built all of these things himself.
Yeah.
Maybe world domination is in his grasp yet.
One problem. Eggman's a turbo loner. No hobbies, no friends, no wife, no nothing.
Come on, he has friends. I mean, he's a feminist.
A feminist,
Okay, maybe
alright.
not, But what about Infinite? Sure, they might have joined forces over a mutually sought revenge against Shadow, but it counts. Sort of. Who needs friends when you can build friends?
Obviously, Eggman has a tough time collaborating with others, so he just
He's too much of a
built his own army
narcissist.
instead.
The Eggman Empire.
The Badniks are mass-produced foot soldiers, buzz bombers, crab meats, caterkillers, egg robos, and don't forget those cute little moto bugs. The Badniks may seem simple, but they're led by an elite, multi-talented unit, the hard-boiled heavies. Really leaning into the egg thing, huh?
The army has a
Yeah.
wide variety of troops, even your classic comedy duo with Orbot and Cubot. They're
Oh,
enemies,
yeah.
assistants, and immense disappointments.
They're not very
Every show has
smart.
their duds.
Hey, at least they're not Scratch and Grounder. But that's why he's made top-notch bots modeled after the Sonic cast, like everyone's favorite Robo Faker, Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic is
Sonic has
broken,
the
though.
most
I think that's his
horsepower in the
greatest
Eggman
invention.
Empire. He has the moves and speed of Sonic, and then some. He's had his rebellious phases, but Eggman's reprogrammed Metal to better follow his commands. Additionally, when upgraded to his Neo form, Metal Sonic could copy biological data, including unique powers like Shadow's time stop technique, chaos control.
He could even copy
Even- I don't
Silver's
even know those are not,
psychokinesis,
like,
and
genetic
with enough
techniques,
chaos
but
energy,
okay.
He powers up into Super Neo Metal Sonic.
Though everything would change with the appearance of the Phantom Ruby. One of many trump cards at Eggman's disposal, the Phantom Ruby alters reality by manipulating perception.
Basically super OP illusions, but in Infinite's hands, it's a weapon of mass destruction. I don't know how illusions translate to body replicas, changing gravity, or making a fake sun, but go off, King!
And when used on the planet's consciousness, which is a thing, the Ruby granted Eggman the Lightman form. Yep.
What the fuck?
apparently
When did he have
Super Eggman
this?
canon, though it
Well,
is
then again, I don't
pretty
think I played
But
this
the
game that
Brains
they're
and
talking
Rubies
about.
isn't the only souped-up gem Eggman has. He's used the jeweled scepter to make the world-shattering Egg Wizard.
Yep.
Then, on more than one occasion, he's effortlessly gathered the super rare, super powerful Chaos Emeralds. You know, the things that power Super Saiyan Hedgehog.
Super
Built
Saiyan. I
and
mean,
built
pretty
and
much.
built, and eventually, he built something that started to build on him. Sage was originally designed as a mere assistant, but through an alien encounter, she was granted actual sentience.
Sage is already super powerful, but now she's also super smart. She thought up millions of battle plans all at once to defeat the massive titans.
And you can barely remember where you put your dune bug.
I know exactly where it is. It's at the police impound. Thank you very much.
Sage was Eggman's saving grace. He had previously
daughter.
found machines with personality lacking, but Sage's great adequacy in serving her function provided Eggman with something that, for the first time, he'd hate to lose. In essence, a sort of daughter.
So, like
Yep.
any good dad, he gave her the keys to his car, his spaceship, and his orbital death ray. Hell, now she controls the entire
Man, you gave her
army.
control of the death ray? That's
Her trust
insane,
for Eggman
Eggman.
became
Come on, man.
crucial in defeating the
Not a good idea, but okay.
primordial entity so mighty, even Supersonic struggled against it.
Their battle can only be described as peak fiction, because charged by 7 Chaos Emeralds, Supersonic's no joke.
The power of one emerald can shift continents.
Mm-hmm.
All 7 together can shift the universe.
And kill some pretty terrifying bosses, like Eggman's Time Eater, which ripped
That
apart
shit was
space-time
terrifying.
like tissue paper.
In short, Chaos Emeralds give thoughts power. With them, Eggman's best machines can run indefinitely while matching the greatest powers ever seen. Like when 3 supers battled Solaris, who tried to destroy time itself. Solaris extended its chaos across
Man,
multiple
Sonic
timelines
06
in
could have
about
been a
20
real good
seconds,
game.
or 73
It
quadrillion
was
times
fun.
light
I
speed.
beat it, but
It's
you know.
funny, though. While Eggman's smarts have sort of defeated Sonic here and there, he's pretty effective when he teams up with the Blue Blur to save the world.
Well, recall how Professor Gerald was a good person before losing the granddaughter he loved. In Eggman's case, now that he has Sage, perhaps a similar story is playing out in reverse.
Maybe.
Eggy will
He's too much of
always
an
have a
egotist,
harebrained
though.
scheme behind his cufflinks.
So watch out, critters and plebeians of the world. He is the Eggman, and he's got the master plan.
Wiz, you gotta help me.
What happened now?
I'm addicted to Marvel Snap.
You mean today's sponsor, the collectible through all possibilities?
It's time for
A
a
death battle! I skipped a little bit so the video doesn't go long and we can get to the fight. Oh, it's 2D. She's fake.
I've come to make an announcement. This territory is now the base for my upcoming Eggman Land 2. What a joke.
That didn't. There's nothing more deviously evil than Eggman, bro.
Get a load of this.
Oh, the voice actor does a pretty good job at replicating the voice too.
Shut up, nerd.
Okay, you guys are both nerds, man. Who you calling a nerd, Bowser?
You call these toys an invasion force? I've seen Toads do better. That's a decoy, idiot.
This power is without peer. It is the ultimate strength.
Well, I mean, he could have taken them out with Metal Sonic alone, to be fair. He could have just copied Bowser's abilities. Okay. He got beat by a thwomp. He just knocks out King Boo's crown. That's funny. Okay, they're literally using his abilities from Super Mario Party. It was crazy. Oof.
All according to plan.
You've lost the battle before it has begun.
Excellent work as always, Metal. Ready to
Metal's
this
broke.
up?
Like I said, Metal's a monster, bro.
You know what they say, the more the merrier.
Shut
showtime!
This is probably like the coolest form of Bowser. Goddamn sick ass Caillou battle is this.
I'll crush you!
The music is sick. Yeah, Bowser Jr. wasn't going to be able to do anything against that.
How dare you keep your hands off my...
We still haven't seen Eggman's biggest form.
Max power!
Uh-oh. The orbital death ray! He can revive himself, so he's not dead yet. Unless they want to end it here. Yeah, no.
Sage! Fire if it didn't! So long, Doctor!
Okay.
This war
So I was right.
not an easy one to win, which might seem surprising given how the Sonic series is not afraid to show how tough its cast is, while Mario's comes across as more cartoony.
But as
Yeah.
it turns out, Bowser had everything he needed to take Chrome Dome down. Strap in. This one's a lot, so we'll break it down into 5
Yeah, but
categories.
I want to
First
see what
up
they
is
say.
Physical stats. Bowser pretty handedly outmatched
Okay.
any of Eggman's usual mechs, like the Egg Dragoon or the Death Egg
Mm-hmm.
Robot.
The Death Egg robot could level cities. Bowser could punch a castle out of orbit.
The
Oh,
Death
right,
Egg
yeah.
could destroy stars, but Yoshi could match that level of power, and Bowser's strength is certainly above the green dinosaurs. Plus, while both Bowser and Eggman's tech survived black holes, Bowser's was much larger.
So, he may win stats, but this could change with their powers. With so many items and minions,
Mm-hmm.
that could make all that a moot point.
Aside from power-up items, both could manipulate minds, create duplicates, and alter space-time. However, Bowser had a significant edge in having access to the majority of his abilities at all times.
Yeah, Eggman can do some crazy stuff, but only across different mechs, fortresses, or space bases. Bowser's all natural. He's got all his best powers built in, and he ain't even a robot.
Meaning he wins the war of attrition. He even had counters for battle enders like the Metal Virus and Spatial Displacement Trap. Context matters for those weapons, and both backfired in the past. But more importantly, Bowser could simply reverse the effects with his transmutation magic. Conversely, most of Eggman's robots could get turned into, say, a frog or a block with no reliable way back. Bowser
Pretty
takes
sick.
the edge in powers.
But definitely not for intelligence. Come on, you have a 4-digit IQ, Bowser? Really?
No.
That's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Bowser's not an idiot, usually. Just really, really clumsy. Poor fella.
Meanwhile, Eggman's an engineering genius who rarely ever gets bested by brains.
Easy dub.
No, yeah.
Let's talk trump cards.
As in, items so
Get the
powerful, they could
outpower
decide
Eggman.
the entire outcome on their own.
The Phantom Ruby was super dangerous, but specifically targets perceptions. Unlike Bowser's Wonder Flower, which mucks up reality for real. The Ruby affected a whole planet, but the Wonder Flower had the power to alter the universe. Also, the Dreamstone's ability to wish anything out of existence Eggmans would have no problem cleaning up Super Neo Metal Sonic or Time Eater.
Their most prized possessions was a tougher call. Together, the Chaos Emeralds can break the universe, but so can the Grand Stars. Arguably not as much given the Emerald scaling to Solaris, though Power Stars and Grand Stars are far more plentiful. Clearly, this is getting fairly abstract, and both had multiple options that could win the day instantly, so the safest bet is to call this category a tie.
Which means it's finally time to compare their armies. Eggman seems deadlier at first glance. I mean, look at all those buzzsaws and
Metal
rockets.
Sonic.
Metal Sonic's speed and power alone could solo most of the Koopa Troop. But the Eggman Empire lacked something Bowser had in spades: teamwork and loyalty.
Eggman is a notoriously terrible team player. His alliances are practically guaranteed to fall apart.
Hell, in Sonic Generations, he could barely manage working with himself.
Eggman's army is designed to be controlled by just him. To Eggman, it's harder to command those with free will, hence his rivalry with the free-natured Sonic.
Meanwhile, the Koopa Troop follows Bowser because they actually like him. They train really hard to cover each other's weak points,
giving them plenty of advantages as this war progressed, like battlefield control through King Boo's magic and Bowser Jr.'s paint. And since the Koopa Troop doesn't rely that much on technology, Sage's hacking potential had little use.
Also, secret weapon? Kamek is kinda busted, canceling Metal Sonic's power copying, stealing the Phantom Ruby, and potentially swapping the Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, that wizard is fucking broken.
Add on that Bowser and his army can use any Mario power-up item, and they had billions of combinations that the Eggman Empire just could not actively plan against. Even with Sage's millions of plans to take down the Titans, she thought them to be unbeatable, which Sonic proved was incorrect.
Just comparing their conquests makes it clear. The Eggman Empire took over the whole planet, but Bowser's troop conquered most of the universe.
Eggman was no pushover. His wit, power output, and ridiculous machines gave Bowser the biggest fight of his life. But the Koopa King's ludicrous strength, abilities, and united forces ultimately
punching
prevailed.
a castle into space is crazy.
King, and now he's cracked and scrambled.
The winner is Bowser.
Next time on Death Battle.
Yeah, that was insane. So, at the beginning, I made a prediction. I thought Eggman would win just simply because, like, he was more physically tougher, right? Not Eggman, Bowser. Right, I thought Bowser would win. I think I said that at the beginning. Sorry, my mind broke there. But yeah, this was a good death battle. I agreed with most of their points. Could Eggman win? Yes. Mainly, if they were on an equal playing field and it was army versus army, like they didn't have the magic and other stuff. Who knows who would win? But either way, I like the fight. I agree with most of the points with Bowser. Bowser's ridiculously broken despite how goofy of a character he is. And yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you guys want to watch another one of these by hitting the like button, as well as commenting down below which fight you guys want to watch. Also, what are your thoughts on this fight too? Like, let me know down below in the comment section. So, yeah, that's about it. And thank you guys so much, and adios.